What is going on, comic book fans? Welcome back to Bruce and Stephanie Comics. My name is Bruce, and today is August 1st. Let that sink in. August 1st of 2022. The end of the year is so rapidly approaching, it's absolutely insane. But guys, we're not here to talk about the end of the year. It's not here just yet. Oh no, Christmas, hold off. It's not time for you just yet. No, we're here to talk about my must-have pickups for this upcoming new comic day, which is August 3rd of 2022. But guys, we're also going to talk about my cover lover picks for this week. I'm going to show off my pull list. We're also going to have a new segment called my Almost 5 list, which are the books that almost made my list, but they were just not good enough to make the top 5. But guys, they're still worth mentioning because these storylines are so freaking amazing. Alright guys, so that's what we're going to do. We're going to go over my pull list, go over my cover lover books, we're going to hit that new almost top 5, and then we're going to jump into my top 5 must-have pickups based on what's in the guts, the story itself, because that's what this video is all about. What's in the gut, the story itself. You know, you're flipping the pages, you're reading the books, you're looking at the pretty pictures, because comics are amazing, guys, and that's what you guys should be most excited about, the stories that are happening in these issues. So let's not waste any more time, and let's check out my pull list for this upcoming new comic day, which is August 3rd of 2022. Alright guys, it is time to talk about my pull list. Now, on my pull list this week, there are 27, that's right, 27 books that I'm pulling this week. So many titles that I'm so excited about, especially that Survival Street #1, which is going to be like a post-apocalyptic version of Sesame Street. But let's not get ahead of myself. So, of the 27 new books, I'm only not caught up on one. That's right, one series, and that is the Spawn series. I'm just so far behind at this point. But there are 6 new #1 titles. 6. Why am I adding 6 new titles to my pull list? Well, because some of these titles are written by really fun creators, and other ones I'm just really excited about the synopsis of those books. But 27 titles, 6 new #1s, 1 title I'm not caught up on. That's the pull list. Let's go ahead and dive in to my cover lover picks for August 3rd of 2022. One of my favorite sections on every single video I make is my cover lover section. These are books that I'm excited about just based on the cover art alone. Guys, some of these covers have amazing artwork, and some of these first ones were mentioned on my comic book speculation recommendations video. So if you guys already saw that series, you guys will recognize these covers, so I will go over these a little bit faster than normal. So the first book up that I want to talk about is Batman Killing Time #6, the 1-in-25 cardstock cover done by Ben Oliver. This just features an amazing drawing of Batman. He looks absolutely epic, and I love this cover. And next up is Star Wars Insider, the magazine, I believe, issue number 212, featuring the Black Chrysanthemum, and he just looks absolutely epic in this magazine cover. It is just gorgeous. And next up is Iron Man issue number 22, the Alexander Lozano variant. It is just amazing. This cover is absolutely gorgeous. And the last cover that I mentioned in my comic book speculation recommendations video is Batman Then White Knight presents the Red Hood #1, the 1-in-50 Oliver Coipel cover, which is going to be a golden foil cover. I love Oliver Coipel. He is such an amazing artist, and this cover is epic, featuring the Red Hood, and I love it. And I love that it's going to be a gold foil. I hopefully can find this on the cheap online somewhere, but guys, this cover is just so gorgeous. Alright, let's continue with the rest of the covers that I did not mention in my comic book speculation recommendation. And the first one that I want to show you guys is Poison Ivy #3, the cover D, done by Joel Jones and Jordi Belair. I love this cover. This cover is absolutely gorgeous, and I am a big Joel Jones fan. Her artwork is so gorgeous. Next up is going to be Dark Crisis on Infinite Earths #3, the 1-in-25 John Jang cardstock cover. This cover features 4 amazing villains, and they look absolutely epic. I especially love how Lobo looks in this cover. Next up is Flashpoint Beyond #4, the 1-in-25 Jim Chung cover. I am a huge Jim Chung fan, and his artwork on this cover is absolutely amazing, and Grifter looks epic. I'm a big Grifter fan, and he looks so freaking cool on this cover. And my last and final cover for this upcoming new comic book day is Grimm Fairy Tales #62 from Zenescope Comics. I've never read Grimm Fairy Tales. Guys, I don't know if it's any good or not, but guys, this cover done by Jeff Spokes. This is the cover A, is absolutely gorgeous. I love the white background. I love how it makes the character pop. But what I really like about this cover is Jeff Spoke's line work. It is absolutely gorgeous. It walks that line of being sexy but not overly sexy. It is just such a great cover. It's such a great way to end my cover lover section for this week. Guys, those are all my cover lover picks. Guys, let me know down in the comments below. Do you like any of these covers? Are there any covers that I missed that you have on your own cover lover list? Guys, let me know down in the comments. Alright guys, let's not waste any more time. Let's go ahead and dive into the almost top 5 list, which are all the books that almost made the top 5 list, and these stories are just so good, they're just not top 5 worthy. Alright guys, let's go ahead and dive into this list. Alright guys, so this new segment came about because there are 27 books on my pull list, and some of these storylines are really freaking good. They just did not make the top 5 list, but they are worthy of mentioning to you guys. I'm just not going to go into major detail on any of these books. I just want to point them out to keep them on your radar. And the first book up is Batman Killing Time number 6. Now this book has made the list over and over again. It just didn't make it this week because issue number 5 was good, it just wasn't great. And the next book up is a guilty pleasure of mine, I will admit, but Sweet Paprika number 11. There's only 2 more issues of this book left, and it is so much fun, guys. If you are looking for a sexy romantic comedy dealing with angels and devils, guys, this book is so much fun. Next up is Poison Ivy issue number 3. This book is so good. I am so happy that this book is more than just a cover lover pick every single week, because guys, the story inside is really good, and it's written by G. Willow Wilson, and I haven't loved a lot of the stuff that she's done in the past, but guys, what she's doing in this book is so good. And the next book up is Shadow Service issue number 14. It's a little indie from Volt Comics dealing with the supernatural, and it is just a really fun book. Check this book out, guys. Next up is Basilisk issue number 10. Again, this is another book that's made the top 5 list multiple times. It just didn't make it this week because the last few issues have been a little lackluster, but guys, keep an eye on this book. It is really, really good. Next up is Batman issue number 126. I liked 125, but I think I'm gonna have this story build up over time to really make them in a top 5 list. But guys, Jorge Jimenez on the artwork is amazing. All right, guys, the last book on my almost top 5 list is DC vs. Vampires issue number 8, guys. This story has been amazing. It continues to be amazing, but guys, the books on my top 5 list I am more excited about than this book right here. Alright guys, that is my almost top 5 list. Let's go ahead and dive into the books that actually made my top 5 list. Alright guys, the book that's in my number 5 spot on my top 5 list is Batman White Knight Presents Red Hood issue number 1, written by Sean Murphy and Clay McCormack, and art by Simon DeMeo. Oh my god, the art in this book is gonna be so good. Simon DeMeo is such an amazing artist. But guys, if you can watch this series, you guys know I love Sean Murphy's Batman White Knight universe. It is just so freaking good. I love the little twists he's put on every single characters in the Batman universe, and this universe is just, it's epic. Right now they're dealing with Terry McGinnis in the Beyond universe, adding it into the White Knight universe. It is so good. But this issue right here is going to be dealing specifically with the Red Hood, Jason Todd, in the White Knight universe, and he's getting his own Robin character. There's going to be a first appearance of a new Robin in this issue. It is going to be so good. What is making me a little nervous about this book and why this book is not in the number 1 spot is that there is a co-writer on this book in Clay McCormack. Now, I went back and I checked out what Clay's done in the past, and there's nothing really spectacular there. Now, I'm a little nervous he's going to bring this story down a little bit and not lift it up, but Sean Murphy is on this as the main writer, so I'm really hoping this book is going to be amazing, guys. I really, really hope, because I love the White Knight universe. Alright guys, that's my number 5 book. I'm obviously really pumped this week for the books on this top 5 list. Let's find out what my number 4 is. Alright guys, the book that's in my number 4 spot is Flashpoint Beyond issue number 4. This is written by Jeff Johns, Jeremy Adams, and Tim Sheridan, and art by Mikhail Janin and Zermanko, I believe that's how you pronounce it. But guys, if you're not reading this book, you guys should 100% be reading this book. If you're a Jeff Johns fan, you should be reading this book. Now, I will admit, when I saw Tim Sheridan was a co-writer on this book, I was a little nervous that he was going to ruin this book. But guys, this is such a fun book. If you like Elseworlds Tales, because that's basically what this is. So, the whole point behind this book was that Thomas Wayne, Batman, was killed, and his universe was destroyed but somehow he finds himself alive and back in his universe, which was supposedly destroyed. And he's trying to figure out, A, how this happened, why this happened, and there's also bad things happening around the multiverse that shouldn't be happening because this universe is back. And there's just so many cool characters within this universe. The Penguin is absolutely amazing because he's a henchman. There's also a character that's called Project Superman. It's a Superman of that world, but he's kind of like, he was captured when he was a baby. He wasn't raised by the Kents, and he was like manipulated by the government. There's also a really cool Swamp Thing and Wonder Woman. There's just so many cool characters in this universe. I absolutely love it. You guys should be reading Flashpoint Beyond because it is just such a fun book. Alright guys, the book that's in my number 3 spot, which is right in the middle of my top 5 list, is none other than Moon Knight issue number 14, written by Jed MacKay and art by Alessandro Cappuccino. Guys, if you're not reading Moon Knight, what are you doing? It's been on this top 5 list every single week it's been out because this book is just so good. It is one of the very few Marvel books that is actually worth reading. Guys, in issue number 13, we saw the Tutor, who is this vampire leader in New York City. He's supposed to be like the head vampire in New York City. He's building up his vampire organization and he wants Moon Knight dead. And he goes after Taskmaster. He's like, hey Taskmaster, will you kill Moon Knight for me? And there's this whole story of Taskmaster explaining why he doesn't want to go after Moon Knight, and it is just so good. Jed MacKay does such an amazing job of painting this amazing picture of who Moon Knight is and why. The character of Taskmaster, one of the most lethal villains in the Marvel Universe, doesn't want to go after Moon Knight. It's epic. And I love that Moon Knight is protecting this little group of vampires. It is just, I don't know. Jed MacKay, I love what you're doing, man. It's absolutely amazing. The artwork is good. I like it. I don't love it. It's not like Jorge Jimenez level, but it is perfect. Perfect for Moon Knight. Guys, you have to be reading this book. It is so good. I know it's issue number 14, but guys, go collect the trades. Get caught up. It is 100% worth your time. It is definitely a must-have pickup. All right, guys, let's find out what book is in my number 2 spot on my top 5 list. Alright guys, the book that's in my number 2 spot on my top 5 list is Stillwater, issue number 14, written by Chip Zdarsky and art by Ramon Perez. Guys, this book I've talked about so many times, just like Moon Knight. Whenever Stillwater comes out, it's on my top 5 list because it's one of the best books that are coming out right now out of Marvel, DC, or Independence. It is such a good book. The whole story is based around this little town of people that can't die. They don't age and they don't die. You can shoot them in the head and they slowly just regenerate and come back to life with all their memories and everything. But this story is so good. You have to be reading this story. There's so much more to it. I don't want to ruin it for anyone, but there is an outsider that comes in and he knows someone that's there, but he doesn't know that he knows someone in the town, and then madness happens, and it's so good. Guys, check out Stillwater. If you trust me at all, and if you have not read any of Stillwater, pick up the trades. Get caught up. It's worth it. Now, I do believe the end of the story is coming up soon. I'm not sure which issue it is, but I believe it's in the next few issues. It's going to be the end of this run. But guys, Stillwater is such an amazing book. And guys, if I am wrong, and this is a continuing story, guys, let me know down in the comments below. Or if you know what issue this book is going to end, guys, let me know down in the comments. Alright guys, the book that's in my number 1 spot, the book that I'm most excited to read on this upcoming new comic day is a new number 1 from Image Comics called Golden Rage number 1. Now this is written by Chrissy Williams and art by Laura Knight, and everyone who worked on this book is actually a woman, which is really cool. But guys, let me read you the synopsis of this book. Now I've spoken about this book multiple times on my comic book speculation recommendations video, but let's go ahead and talk about it again real quick. In a world where older women who have been deemed useless to society are abandoned on an island, Golden Rage documents their golden years of making friends, baking desserts, and fighting to the death. This is created by writer Chrissy Williams, the editor of Die, The Wicked and the Divine, and artist Lauren Knight, Buffy the Vampire Slayer. That's the book she worked on, and colorist Sophie Dodson, Bitterroot and Tank Girl. This is the first issue of a brand new 5-issue limited series where Battle Royale meets the Golden Girls. Come on, if you are not excited by the words Battle Royale and Golden Girls, who are you? This sounds like such a good read. Now, there was a small preview that came out for this book. I did read it. The art was great, and the little preview was fantastic. I am so excited to read this book. I'm a little sad that it's just going to be a 5-issue mini, but that also means it could be a really short fun story for me to enjoy, and that is not superhero. I don't have to worry about continuity or anything else. I just need to see a bunch of older women kicking the crap out of each other. Now, if this is also really good, this could be a good spec book, because just think about some of the older actresses that are in the world right now on a battle royale type TV show. That would be so cool. So cool. All right, guys, that is my top 5 list for this upcoming new comic book day. Let's go ahead and wrap this video up. All right, guys, you guys have made it to the end of the video, and if you've made it this far, you guys know exactly what you are. That's right, you guys are legends. Thank you guys so much for supporting the channel and watching my videos. All right, guys, what did you guys think of my top 5 list? What did you think of my new segment, the almost top 5 list? And also, what about my cover lover picks? Did you guys like any of those? Are there any books that are on your cover list? I would love to know those down in the comments below. Also, let me know what your top 5 list is. All right, guys, this is the time. This is the time. I gotta do it. If you guys are not subscribed to the channel, get yourself subscribed, hit that bell for notification, and smash that like button. And last but not least, if you guys would like to support this channel just a little bit more, you guys can become a channel membership for just $4.99 a month to help support the channel. And you guys also get an entry into an end of the month giveaway, which I need to do for the month of July now, which is a mystery box filled with 15 comic books, which is a value way over $50. And you have a chance to win it. All you need to do is become a channel member, and one lucky channel member will win that mystery box. All right, guys, thank you guys so much for supporting the channel and watching these videos, and I'll catch you guys on either Wednesday or Thursday with my comic book speculation recommendations video. You guys have a good week, and I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.